Wealth is mainly about income. More money in, better life out. But that assumption is incomplete. Because if income alone created wealth, then every high-earning person would be rich, and every low-earning person would stay poor forever. That is not what happens in reality. There are people who earn a lot and still struggle financially. And there are people who earn modest incomes but quietly build long-term wealth over time. The difference is not just how much money they make. The real difference is how they make decisions. Because wealth is not built in one moment. It is built through thousands of small decisions that compound over time. And rich people are not necessarily smarter in an academic sense. They simply apply a different decision-making framework. Once you understand this framework, you start seeing why financial outcomes diverge so dramatically between people who start from similar situations. Let's break it down clearly. 1. Rich people think in time horizons, not impulses. Most people make decisions based on what feels good now. That is the default human mode of thinking. If something provides comfort, pleasure, or relief in the present moment, the brain tends to prioritize it. So decisions become reactive. Buy now, think later. Enjoy now, worry later. Avoid effort now, deal with consequences later. This is not a character flaw. It is basic psychology. But rich people deliberately override this pattern. They expand the time horizon of every decision. Instead of asking, "What do I want right now?" they ask, "What will this decision mean in 5 years?" That single shift changes everything, because the same action can have completely different meanings depending on the timeline. For example, spending $100 today might feel insignificant in the moment. But over time, repeated decisions like that determine whether money accumulates or disappears. On the other hand, investing $100 might feel uncomfortable today because it removes immediate gratification. But over time, that decision has the potential to grow, multiply, and compound. So the key difference is not money itself. It is whether a decision is evaluated through short-term emotion or long-term consequence. Rich people consistently choose the longer horizon, not because it feels better, but because it produces better outcomes. 2. Career development, investing, business building, skill acquisition. For example, learning a high-value skill is rarely comfortable at the beginning. It requires repetition, frustration, and persistence without immediate reward. Most people stop early because the reward signal is not immediate enough. But those who continue are effectively investing effort into future capability. Over time, that capability becomes valuable in the marketplace. So what looks like discipline is actually strategic patience. Rich people are not immune to discomfort. They simply tolerate it for longer periods when the payoff is meaningful. They understand a fundamental rule. The ability to delay gratification is directly linked to the ability to build wealth. Because wealth itself is a delayed reward system. Nothing meaningful compounds instantly. 4. They reduce emotional decision-making. One of the strongest forces in financial behavior is emotion. Fear, excitement, anxiety, and social pressure heavily influence decisions. Most people are unaware of how often emotion drives their choices. Buying things to feel better, spending to reduce stress, avoiding decisions due to fear, following trends due to social influence. In this state, decisions are reactive rather than structured. Rich people try to reduce emotional volatility in decision-making. They do this by introducing systems. A system is a predefined rule that removes emotional variation. For example, automatic saving, fixed investment rules, budget constraints, long-term plans, clear priorities. With systems in place, decisions are no longer made from scratch every time. Instead, they follow a pre-designed structure. This is important because emotion changes daily, but systems remain stable. If decisions depend on emotion, outcomes become inconsistent. If decisions depend on systems, outcomes become predictable. Predictability is what allows wealth to accumulate steadily over time. So rich people are not necessarily more disciplined in the moment. They simply design environments where discipline is required less often.